Hey guys, welcome back to the channel. So I just wanted to update you on some of the stuff that I've been doing, and these are kind of experimental, just test batches of different types of concrete mixes. And the batches that I have here, except for this one, they actually have wood chips in them. I just kind of wanted to see if that was something that was possible. I know, there's, you have like the hardy board and stuff that uses sawdust type stuff that they put into there. But I wanted to see if actual wood chips could be used. So I ran into a couple problems with this. First of all, I needed to treat the wood with a fire retardant. And when I did that, the first time I put the fire retardant in the water that I was using to mix the concrete, and these are still curing. It's been almost a week, and they are still... This was the first batch, this was the second. I have one of the third batches here. I have another third batch over here. This was the fourth batch. And this was also a fourth batch, and it hardened for a little while, but like I said, this has been curing for a week. And let me show you guys here. Make sure I'm in the camera frame. I'm not in the camera frame. Okay, so this was part of the fourth batch, and yeah, that's been curing for a week. So there's no strength there, as you can see. And this was part of the second batch, and it had stuck a little bit to the mold. This was actually this stone here that's stuck to the mold, and this has also been curing for like a week. Nope, see, yeah, see, these are just, they are literally just crumbling apart. So there's no strength there at all. And I bet this one, yeah, no strength. This was part of the, I can't even read these. I guess this was part of the fourth batch. Again, these are not cured yet, and I'm not sure they're going to cure. And they just come apart. So that was failed. We'll go ahead and take these out. There's no point in letting them continue to sit in here. Yeah. This one's falling apart. You can see they just crumble. Anyways, I'll have to clean that out. So, let's clean up my mess here in a few. And I'm going to take this one out as well. I don't expect any better results on this one. Yep, nothing better. Crumbling apart. This one's still very wet. So, these are all failed tests, obviously. This one's still curing. It feels a little bit more solid. I'm actually going to set this one back on the shelf and let it continue to cure just to see what happens with it. It didn't completely fall apart in my hands the minute I picked it up, so. And these are pretty heavy. They've still just got a lot of water in them. So this was I guess this was the fifth batch. And what I did differently with this one is I treated the wood first and let it dry. and it's been sitting in here for at least a couple of days. It feels better than the other ones did. It doesn't feel as soft. So I'm gonna go ahead and take this out real quick, just to see what it looks like on the other side, basically. Oh, that one came right out. Okay, so it didn't stick to the mold really, and it looks like it is curing. I'm gonna go ahead and let this one finish curing for the next couple days, and then see if it falls apart like some of these others did, or see if it actually holds together. So I'm going to set this one back on the shelf too. Alright, so that's been the experiment for the couple of days. This stone here, this does not have any wood in it. This is actually a combination of perlite, and I have some plastic strands in there, and I have some styrofoam in there, and the top of it, this was just acrylic paint. Unfortunately, we figured out that this finish did not work well, so we started using a different method for coloring the cement mix. This is pretty strong, and it's pretty lightweight. So if it was a little bit thicker, I think you'd have better durability on it. I can actually pour this one thicker. I just happen to pour it very thin, just to see what it would do. This is about 1/2 inch thick. So, and it looks good. Unfortunately, like I said, this finish didn't work out right. But the mix on this one was much better. And this is the mix we're doing on some of these others. I don't know if this camera can probably see it better. Anyway, the mix isn't, the finish isn't quite as, I guess I'll say, colorful. I mean, I guess this is actually pretty colorful, but these are very hard. This is a perlite mix. These are very hard. They're thick, and they are extremely lightweight. So this would be a pretty good mix for our veneer stone that we're trying to create, and I can show you some images of that. What you're seeing on the screen right now, that was our first couple batches from last year, and we were using an epoxy and a urethane coating on them, and unfortunately, because the coating was so thin, it just didn't have the durability that we needed for that to be a viable option. They look really good, but the finish just isn't as durable as we wanted it. So that's why we went back to this method of actually coloring the cement with just different variations. We also put coloring into the molds themselves. We colored the release that we're using, and so we got a lot of different varieties of coloration. This one is super light. Anyway, it's still strong though. You know, it's not like these where I just barely flexed it and it burst apart. This one's tough. So this is probably the mix we're going to be using for, and we're going to add a little bit more. I don't think this one has any styrofoam in it, but I am going to add some of the styrofoam just to give it a little bit more insulation value. And then hopefully we can get these tested and find out exactly how durable they are, find out their fire rating and all that stuff, and then we'll probably be selling these. So hopefully I can look forward to being able to offer these to you guys in the future. And like I said, they are extremely lightweight and they're tough. Yeah. So I will do some more videos on how we're doing these if you want to buy all the supplies and do them at home. That's going to be an upcoming video. And that's just some of the projects that we've been working on that we're hoping to start using this. We wanted to actually put this on the outside of our house, so I've got to get a lot more made up before we can do that. Alright, well, I'll do an update video and let you know how these two over here are doing, what kind of strength they got. Again, this one had the fire retardant in the water, and this one, the wood was treated before. The wood was treated with the fire retardant and then dried before it was mixed in with the cement. These were all, the water had the fire retardant in it, and it basically totally destroyed the properties of the cement. So, don't do that. Alright guys, I hope you enjoyed this. Please like, subscribe, and hit that bell notification, and we will see you guys in the next video. Thank you!